This is for Year 12 methods. It comes out of Tech Task number 2, questions 7, 8 and 9, finding implied domains. To find the implied domain, I need to use the rules as to what mathematics I've got problems with. So I cannot take the square root of a negative number, I cannot divide by 0, and I cannot take log base e or any other base of 0 or negative. So in the first one, the bit inside the bracket has to be bigger than or equal to 0. The bit in the denominator cannot equal 0. The bit inside the logarithm has to be bigger than 0. So in question 7, I've got this square root. So 3 minus 2x has to be bigger than or equal to 0, which means 2x is bigger than or equal to negative 3, and x, when I divide by negative 2, I turn the sign around, so x is going to have to be less than or equal to 3 on 2, so negative infinity to 3 on 2 is my domain. To work out range, I've got to draw it. There's no other way of drawing it. I've got 3 on 2 and positive 4, and I have a negative, so it's going to shoot towards the left, and this negative is going to make it go down like this. Therefore my smallest range is negative infinity all the way up to 4. So negative infinity up to 4. The next question, I've got this which is in the denominator, and it's also underneath the square root. So x plus 25 can't equal 0, and it's got to be bigger than 0. So x is bigger than negative 25, which is why the domain is negative 25 to infinity, but it can't equal negative 25. All things that are in the denominator are going to have a hyperbolic shape. So I have an asymptote at negative 25. This is always positive, so it's going to have this hyperbolic shape. So I'm going to have an asymptote here at 0. So 0 is the smallest, and infinity is going to be the largest. And the third example there is the fourth root. I've got under here 9 minus x squared, and that's got to be bigger than or equal to 0, because I can take the fourth root as 0. Now this thing here is a parabola that goes through at 9 and looks like this, and that's 3 and negative 3. This parabola is going to be bigger than 0. So I'm looking for these values of x. So I'm looking for between negative 3 and 3, and there's your negative 3 and there's your 3. I've got this fourth root graph. I'm interested in seeing what the fourth root looks like. I'm probably interested in using a calculator because it's not part of our course to know what the fourth root looks like of this composite. So I might just put it in here and put bracket 9 minus x squared, close bracket, to the power of 0.25, and execute, and that gives me, that's exactly what I want. Open the window, I might go zoo, clear, all clear, okay, and I might go from negative 3 to 3, and now I drag and drop this, and I see that, oh, that's a nice shape. The range goes from 0 up to that point there. That point happens to be when x equals 0, so it should be the fourth root of 9, and the fourth root of 9 will be the square root of 3. G solve f max, and unfortunately it's going to give me a decimal. So the graph of y actually looks like that. So it's going to be 9 to the power of 1/4, because when x equals 0, which is 3 to the half, or root 3.